up, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of Pop for This. We are your hosts. I am Machi, the Ring Geek.
Gil, the guillotine.
McKendy, the total hill.
And this week we have our very special recap episode. We're going to be going over the Night of Champions PLE from last night. Before we get into that, we've got a quick word from our official partner, Cookies by Clark.
Cookies by Clark. Founded in 2015, our passion for fitness and health led to the creation of delicious, health-conscious baked goods. We believe in keeping things simple, with limited, quality ingredients that we feel good about feeding to our own family. Specializing in cookies, as well as offering brownies, we proudly provide gluten-free and vegan options for everyone to enjoy. Every purchase helps support our small family-owned business, and we truly appreciate your support. So please, visit us on Instagram at Cookies by Clark, the official cookie of the Pop for This podcast. Cookies by Clark, the best cookie in the world for the best podcast in the world.
And that was Cookies by Clark, the official cookie of Pop for This. So
Get
yeah,
that cookie.
boys. Yeah, boys. Yeah, boys. So Night of Champions, we had a lot of results that I think we more or less expected, but how they got there, very surprising. So we'll just start from the top. Oba and Oba Femi versus Jay Uso. Oba going over. What did you guys think?
I think it was a good match. I think it was a decent match. I like the fact that Jay just kept on coming at Oba. There was no interference. It was a one-on-one match. I just wish Jay had more in his arsenal. It just felt like he just kept on doing the same moves over and over again. Super kick, going off the top rope, spear, and everything. For a minute there, and I'm not the only one that thinks this, that people think that Oba tapped because he was pounding on the mat when Jay had him on in that lock. Dude, I think he was just trying to amp up the crowd and amp
Me
himself
too.
up.
Me too.
When you're trying to do something like that, it's gotta be closed fist, buddy. It's gotta be
Mhm.
closed fist. Rookie move, but he'll learn that. But it
Yeah.
still was a good match. I don't know if they're gonna play on that. I hope they don't play on that. Hope they sweep over the rug and
It might not
I,
have a choice. It might be
I
overwhelming.
I hope they just act like that shit didn't happen. Treat it
yeah,
like one of LA Knight's
Uh,
many botches. Just
botches.
don't mention it. Don't
wow.
draw attention to it. It
Wow.
Yeah.
happened. It's done. Move on. That's
And
Wow.
it.
and that
You
kind of gives
LA
me a
Knighted
little bit
him.
more. What you say, Gil?
You LA Knighted him. Can you
They
imagine? You
need
get
to.
knighted
They
every
need
time you
to.
botch.
They need.
Mm.
You get knighted. I like
Every
that.
time you botch, you're LA
I
Knighted.
like that.
You got
I
LA
like.
United. That's a new term now. That's a new
Well,
term
That's a
now.
you
We're
got,
gonna
new
make
you
that
one.
LA,
popular.
you
He
got
pulls
LA
the LA
Knighted,
Knight.
man. You're building
He pulls
LA
the LA
Knighted.
Knight.
Damn.
But yeah, so
Yeah,
I think
I love the match. Not well. Maybe I'm getting too ahead of myself. I like the match a lot. It is still Jay Uso. No eat. But yeah, I agree with you. He came at him. He was relentless for a point. And
mhm.
I thought, Oba makes me nervous because he came out so powerful, so strong. So his matches sometimes is like, which one is he gonna be? Is he gonna dominate Jay and then lose, or is he gonna? Is But then they played it right because he is still main event Jay Uso who beat
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gunther, the Terminator. So
Yeah.
like he gave, it looked like he actually gave Oba the business, which I really like
Yeah.
because Oba
He
could have
he
just came out here and smashed him.
he definitely got more offense in than I thought he was gonna get. Um, but I think it was fine. The right guy went over. No interference. Amazing. And now this puts Oba in a position. He's in a complete position of strength where he could be like, yeah, I'm gonna go after Roman and Brock. I ain't forget about your ass either. I want to see you at SummerSlam too because that
Gonna
shit is
talk
in.
about that.
Keep forgetting that shit is in Minnesota. That shit is in Minnesota.
SummerSlam is in
That's
Minnesota.
Brock Lesnar's
Damn.
backyard. That's
Yeah.
so it fits. And I think it will be cool if they run the angle where Jay goes back to Roman. He's like, yo, Roman, he ain't the one to fuck with, bro. He's not. Like Oba is not the one. I think you need to keep your distance. Like play it a little bit because they kind of did that a little bit with Jacob Fatu. I feel like they could really lean into that with Oba Femi
think
and really build that tension. So, but we'll see if that's the route they go.
I
Because
actually
he
think they
still
got.
hasn't mentioned who he's going to challenge, but
That's
you
true.
know,
Yeah.
we'll see. I can't imagine it would be Sammy though. That just seems
That seems
weird to
crazy.
me. Yeah.
I actually think the non shenanigans in that match, particularly because it was a bloodline match at the end of the day, one of the bloodline members. I think there's a storyline behind there that might develop where like Jay's like, where the hell was it at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it'll be like either Roman or Jacob say like, he told us not to go. You know what I mean? Something like that. Or something. It
Yeah.
could be like, but I thought that was really cool.
I
Yeah.
think they're trying to change that for the bloodline because ever
Kind of
since
make him face a little bit.
I don't know about face, but I think there's two things that they always say about the bloodline or they say about Roman Reigns. Either one, he's never there, and two, he always needs help.
Mm,
The one that he's never there, that's just the way it is. I don't think they're gonna change that. But the fact that, him that he needs always help, I think they're trying to change that
Hmm.
because ever since he won the title, not ever since he won the title, ever since he came back, hasn't been interference in his matches. He beat CM Punk clean.
yeah,
Yeah, he kind of cheated with Jacob Fatu, but it was a one-on-one match.
yeah,
There was no
maybe.
interference in those matches. And same thing with just Jay and Obafemi match. There was no interference. So I think maybe they're trying to change that about the bloodline. Like, bro, we don't need no interference whooping somebody ass. We can do it one on one. If they
Hopefully,
do that, I
hopefully.
if they do that, that's a different look, and that kind of gains a little bit more respect on like I have a little bit more respect for Jay now that nobody interfered in this match, even though that he lost, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. I get it. Yeah.
and he just kept on coming at Oba, which I like. But yeah,
Yeah.
Oba Femi won. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yep. All right. So moving on. After that, we had Io Sky versus Liv Morgan, with Io going over with the added little spice of Danhausen cursing Liv Morgan before the match. Look, I'm all for the Danhausen shenanigans and stuff on social media and stuff. It's funny. I don't like when it especially when it's stuff like, oh, you're cursing Liv Morgan in the final of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Like,
That she shouldn't
I
have
don't
been
know.
in.
That you shouldn't have been in the first place. I didn't I don't, I thought that kind of telegraphed what I already knew, but ultimately, I feel like this is the result, got to be the result anyway, whether Danhausen cursed her or
Hmm.
not. Like,
Yeah.
Pretty sure Io was gonna win. You called it, McKendy, with her immediately, and I didn't think that she would do
Immediately.
it like right away, but damn, she's like,
I
I
see
want you,
you
Liv. Like,
at SummerSlam.
okay, all right. Um, yeah, Io, as always, did the job that the amazing job that she did. She carried Liv through that match. Another one that I was surprised with the non shenanigans, Danhausen aside. Um, but yeah, for it to set up a rematch, I'm not particularly excited about that. But I don't know what I'm looking for from this because Rhea and Liv, we've seen it. Io and Rhea, we've seen it. Io and Rhea, we've seen it. I would have liked something a little bit fresher, but I'm never upset to see Io win.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a good match at the end of the day. Liv has her thing and Io's incredible. So we knew it was going to be a good match. I was interested in the outcome. I had a feeling Io was going to win. I just didn't know McKendy was going to be that right and
Yeah, like
immediately just be
damn.
like SummerSlam. I'm like, wait, what? Like, all right, like, all right, like, geez. But yeah, I thought they could have did more. They didn't. If that was going to be the case. Like I said, like we said before in this podcast, you could have easily put somebody else in that spot and you could have still challenged Liv and dropped
Yeah.
that belt. So it's like, okay. So it was a good match, but Liv shouldn't have been there in the first place for me.
Um, I'm agreeing with Mark in the point with Danhausen. They kind of telegraphed like what was gonna happen the minute he said you're cursed. I'm like, oh, Liz
No,
is
she
gonna
lost.
lose.
Yep.
Even though I knew Liz was gonna lose, so they can set up the SummerSlam match. As for the match, it was a good match. It was a decent match.
Huh?
Everybody knows Io is the best female wrestler in the game right now. But I gotta say, Liz always surprises me.
Live.
You know, Liv. I'm sorry, Liv always surprises me because I feel like she gets better and better as time goes on with her
Mhm.
in-ring ability. She did some moves in that match that really surprised me, and I'm like, you know what, Liv could go.
Yeah.
Liv could go.
There was
Like, you know,
there was
she's not only all character. Like, she can wrestle if she really wants to wrestle. You
there
know, she
was
really
one
impressed me.
move. There was one move she did that because I'm firmly of that camp that Liv is just a passable wrestler. That's that's just how I see her. If she's gotten better, yeah, okay. Okay. But regardless, um, I will say like she did that
When she
tornado
walked on
code
the,
breaker or whatever.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah.
that was like, oh, okay. And there were a couple of
Oh
moves that she pulled out that I said, oh, all right. That I hadn't seen her pull out before. So I definitely give her credit for that. But that tornado code breaker was dope.
yeah, that was
It was
crazy.
really well executed too.
Yeah, Liv constantly is surprising me. She's a young wrestler. I'm dying to see like how far she gets, how much better she gets, you know? But yeah, I think it was a good match. The right person won, and it sets it up for as a SummerSlam. I don't think she's gonna win the title at SummerSlam, but it does sets it up at SummerSlam, and I don't know I don't know how they're gonna improve on that match, but it was a good match.
Yeah.
It was good. All right. So moving on from that, we had the steel cage match with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Um, yeah. My personal I'd say that for me was probably match of the night.
Yeah.
Um, they didn't do wrestling moves in this match. They
They
just
just
beat the
beat each other up.
shit out of each other. It was good stuff. I enjoyed it.
Braun Breaker's entrance is fire in a big
Yeah,
stage. It's like,
yeah,
whoa. Yeah, you
it
hear those
is.
signs, I'm like, wow, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for
I like
sure.
the match. I love the match. I love the story they told in the match. One of those matches, like sometimes you'll get, I went into the match like, all right, I get it. It was 1-1, but I really didn't want to see Seth and Braun again. But then the
Yeah,
steel cage, as the match progressed, I'm like, all right, these guys are doing something special. So I like the way it ended. I like the story they told. It's like it's almost kind of like they told the story of Seth bringing Braun into the vision, them going through what they went through, and now Braun realizing, oh, maybe I should have held back a little bit because this guy's still got. You know what I mean? It's kind of like they were
yeah.
telling, like he's still my. Oh, maybe I took this too far because like I feel like they were kind of telling that kind of
I
story.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like it was a little bit of, slow down, youngin. We know that
Yeah.
you're
Yes,
destined for great
yes,
things, but
yes.
my guy, if you don't just chill out and understand how the game works, the game is gonna get you, and take care of business or business will take care of you. That's what's happening with Braun Breaker,
Yeah,
you know. And as much as I think the loss hurts, the vision is like, what the hell are they anymore at
yeah,
this point? But there is some there is some optimism, I would say, in like a redemption arc for Braun Breaker. He's that kind of character, but this loss definitely hurts. I
yeah. I
don't
think
really
so.
agree with it. But understanding, I guess, somewhat WWE's booking, they've been hinting at this Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns thing. Will they do it at SummerSlam or will it be, Oba and Roman? Will they do a triple threat? People are talking about that. Who the hell knows? But
Well,
I did think it was a great match. I did.
Oba and Seth have recently teamed up at a live event. So I don't know if that's a
Mm.
practice or like something they're working at, or who knows. I don't know, but we'll see where that goes. But I've seen posts of Oba and Seth working a live event and that as a tag team and they won.
Yeah.
So I forgot who they were going against though, but
Well, we'll see, man.
I think
We'll
Braun
definitely
Breaker
see.
went out. I think Braun Breaker kind of went out pretty strong in this match. There was a
yeah, I
time
think so
out
too.
because there was a spot where I think Braun went through the table, then Seth grabbed him, went for the pedigree, then did the stomp and went for the pin, 1, 2, and Braun broke out of it, and Seth
Yeah.
just had this look like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And he kind of like went out on his shield a little bit. Like it
He did.
showed that, he gave it all he got, but he forgot that Seth is the
Freaking
GOAT.
Rollins, yeah,
I forgot. I'm facing a Super
exactly.
Saiyan. I'm
Yeah.
facing a Super Saiyan, and I still got a
Oh
long way
shit,
to go.
this
Even
is
when,
Frieza's last form.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Even at the end, when Seth was about to go to the stop again, he was like,
And he
wait, 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 wait,
stopped
wait, wait,
him.
wait, wait, wait,
Yeah,
wait. He caught his breath. He's like, "All right, finish me." Like because
Yeah.
you could
no.
tell, like, bro, I ain't got nothing left.
Yeah.
Bro was like,
It
"Yo, I ain't
was,
got nothing left."
it was almost like, let
And
me try one more. Let me try. Nah,
and
I
if
ain't
I'm
got
gonna
it. I ain't
and if I'm gonna go out, let me go out on my feet. He's like, "Wait."
got
He caught a deep breath. He said, "Break me!" And he stood
Yeah.
up. He went for the
uh,
super stomp. One, two,
that's
three.
what I mean. Yeah, that
And
story
his
right there. I
face
was
was
like, what's
all
up?
bloody and everything. I kind of got a little bit more respect for Braun Breaker. It's kind of
Yeah,
like when they say, when you lose a match, but you lose a match, but you look strong losing the match. I think
Yeah.
that's what they did in this match.
hey,
You know?
And
hey, what's the most famous version of that? Stone Cold Bret Hart, blood,
yeah, true.
tapped out, passed
Basically.
out.
That's true.
Son, the
Yeah,
most famous
basically.
version of that. So yeah,
That's
you
true.
might be onto something there.
And
That's
he did
true.
it, and nobody, like, once again, nobody interfered in the match. So when he comes out on Raw and, he talks all this shit, yeah, you lost, but yo, you gave it all you got, bro. You gave
Yeah,
Seth a run for your money. It's just that you're just not there yet. You're
Yeah.
mm,
gonna be, but you're just not there yet.
not
It
there
was a
yet.
complete war. I love that match. I
It
love
was the
that match.
match
And
of the
yes,
night for me. Yeah.
I think Mark, like the Cody match, the triple threat match, only one thing didn't make it the match of the night, and we'll talk about that later. But yes, I do think that this match was the match of the night.
Yeah. I thought it was really good. For me, it was just the psychology and the storytelling was excellent. And that's
Hmm.
why I was saying like there's some mileage to get out of a redemption arc for Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
There 1,000%
Oh,
is. There really, really is. So we'll see how that goes because he's also someone that deep down there is a part of his gimmick and who he is that you do want to root for. You do.
Hmm.
So you're like, damn, this guy's a badass. He really is.
oh.
But he's just he just hasn't put it together yet, but he's getting it.
What about that spot they did when they were on top of the cage,
That was crazy.
suplex onto them, and they
Crazy
broke the
onto
table?
the table,
It was
bro.
Yeah.
crazy. I'm like,
Seth,
oh,
Seth, what's going on, bro? Like you need to
dude,
chill. Seth,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
After
there was I'm
yeah.
sorry, there was so much good spots in that match. That's why it's a
I'm
match of the
yo,
night.
yeah,
When
that's
when
why.
Braun Breaker was like, fuck that, I'm leaving this cage. And he was about to get out the cage, and Seth got him in the chokehold. No, Breaker! No,
Yeah.
Breaker! Let's finish the match! Let's finish
Let's
the
finish the
match!
match.
And,
Yeah.
and, and Braun Breaker to the door and slammed it on Seth like, get
This
off
is
of me!
Yeah.
this
Yo,
is
that
why
match was crazy.
that was all the wrestlers. You can't tell me that was creative. Let
Yo,
them cook, Triple
let
H.
them
Just
cook,
let the
bro.
wrestlers
Yeah,
wrestle,
Let
bro.
them
Like, come
cook,
on,
bro.
dude. That was at the moment right there, and it was perfect.
that was really, really, really well done. I have no idea what
Yeah.
the hell they're gonna do from here on
I don't
out,
know. I don't know,
but
bro.
they have a lot of interesting options.
Yeah.
They have a lot of interesting options. So, um, moving on from that, we had a little bit of a regression to the mean. United States Championship match: Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints. Um, it was okay. It was all right. I think Trick Williams he's just not there with his wrestling. It's just for me, it's not. there yet. I think Ricky Saints is a really, really good wrestler. I'm not really a huge fan of his personally, but I do think he's a really good wrestler. It was a decent match, but I feel like, this was something that would main event like Raw or SmackDown or something.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
Trick Williams winning was the right decision. He doesn't need to be losing that belt. He's still getting the crazy reaction from the crowd, but I don't know. I feel like this was just more or less a match that just happened. That's kind of how I feel about it. It just happened.
It should have been a triple threat. Melo. Melo would have elevated that match to where we wanted it to be.
Probably,
And
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't know why they wouldn't do that. It was perfect. No one really knows Ricky Saints for that stage, a PLE stage. I'm not saying he shouldn't be in the PLA, but just like standalone, he had a hard time getting through. Like, he did it though. I'll give him credit. On the SmackDown Friday night, he had a promo with they were going one on one. The crowd was getting at Ricky, man. They weren't letting him speak, and he pulled it together and he got over the crowd, which was good. But I don't know. Trick isn't strong enough wrestling wise for me, and I don't know Ricky Saints that well. So like they should
Yeah.
have had. I feel like they should have had Mello in there, and it would have been
Yeah, Melo would
perfect.
have been a
But
good anchor in
but
that
for those
match.
two, it was a decent match. I agree with you 100%. Like, it's so crazy watching Trick come out and the crowd goes. It was insane. Kid is wearing his out, like, it's crazy. But then he's wrestling in the ring. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not bad, but like, it's not matching for me.
He just does like athletic moves.
Yeah,
But if you
yeah.
really, really look at it, he's not a
Telegraphed.
clean wrestler. He's not a
So
clean wrestler.
telegraphed.
Yeah, and he's just not a clean wrestler.
Yeah.
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 I didn't really care about this match. Um, I felt bad that this match was going on right after the Seth Rollins match. I'm like,
They're
bro,
wilding for that.
Yeah, like
They're wild
damn.
out for that, bro.
they
That's
should have had this
crazy.
match before. Like,
That's
come on, man.
wild.
What are you doing?
That's like
Like, how you gonna beat
What are you
that?
doing?
How you gonna beat that? Like, Jesus.
it's like going on
Um,
tour with Metallica, but you close the show. What? What do you mean they're
what
gonna
the heck? What is
open?
it? How are we gonna beat that?
Why
I'm
are
not
we gonna
going
beat
out.
that?
I'm not going
Everyone's here to
out.
see them.
Like, yo. But yeah, I didn't really care about this match. I watched it. Um, there was that good spot that Ricky did where he slammed the Kimbo stick on the steps and he fell to the floor and the referee thought
Yeah.
what's that guy's name?
Yachty.
Yachty hit
Yeah,
him
he did
and
it.
he
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that was
He kicked
that
him out.
was
That was
pretty
good.
cool. And Ricky's saying, yo, that brother can wrestle his ass off. He just
He's a
needs to
really good
work on his
wrestler.
gimmick. He needs to
Uh,
work on his gimmick and everything. But like you said, Gillett, it was a decent match.
it was a decent match, man.
But the match had no heat. It didn't. It
None.
didn't make it. There was nothing about the match that made you care about it. That made
Son,
you, oh, I gotta go. I gotta watch this match. You know,
son,
there was
why would
nothing
I
about
watch
that
it?
match.
First of all, why would I watch this match after Ricky Saints got pimp slapped by? I don't want to see this, and he's gonna win. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? So it's like yeah, you're right. I wasn't invested in it at all.
Yeah, and I knew
It's
Trick was gonna win
Yeah,
because
of course,
His gimmick right now is fire. I knew he was gonna win. If Trick is gonna lose
bro.
the match, it's gonna be on a big major event. It's gonna be like on SummerSlam or WrestleMania or Royal Rumble or something like that. It's not gonna be at
Guys,
Night of Champions.
guys, there was a little white kid in the audience
I
wearing a
saw it.
white mink.
I saw it.
Cha-ching!
oh
I
There
saw
my
was
it.
a
God.
white kid wearing a white mink dressed just like Trickle. I'm like, oh
I
boy,
gotta
there
yo,
we
I need to
go.
look this. I need to find this
Oh,
child.
Find the
I'm
footage.
like, hold
Trick
on.
stopped in front of him and said, dapped him up. I'm like, cha-ching, that's it.
That's
You're gonna
Hold
have
up.
a
Are
bunch
they
of little
selling?
white kids wearing white minks, bro.
Hold up. Is
wow.
WWE selling white minks?
Cha-ching.
I'm about to buy myself a white mink.
Hold
I'm
on.
about to buy myself
Nah.
a white mink.
You see it?
Yo, that's crazy.
Son, that was wild. I was like, yo.
That's crazy. But yeah, like Mark, you could go buy your white
Wow.
mink later,
He's
Sorry.
okay?
Nah,
he
I
just
I
caught
just
it.
saw it. I'm like, nah, you gotta be kidding me. This kid is
Son,
tripped out. Wow, that's crazy.
Son,
Yeah, that's
that's afraid
Somebody's
of his
that's
daughter.
crazy.
somebody's parent
Yeah.
bought that
Oh,
for the
honey.
kid.
We're gonna dress you like a pimp today,
Like
baby.
somebody's parent bought that
Oh,
for that kid.
you know what's hilarious? If it was like the kid's grandmother, she didn't know why, and then he put it on and he starts saying, "Whoop that trick." Grandma's like, "What the hell is
Like
this?"
what? Oh man,
Oh,
too funny. But anyway, moving on. So after that, we had another match that
Oh God.
happened. Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. I didn't care.
Ay. Another rough
I did
one.
not care.
Another
I
rough
didn't
one.
care.
Bro, you
I
said it
I
perfectly with
brushed my teeth and I did my shape up while
the
this
one match
match
that has shenanigans.
happened.
Yeah. One match
The
that
one
needed
match that
shenanigans.
needed
That needed
shenanigans. Yes,
shenanigans.
there you
Yeah.
go. You said it better. But like you said before, that's a Raw match. That could have been the middle of SmackDown. I don't know why. I don't know why
And
they had to do that one. And
she
everyone's,
has
to be honest, everyone's excited that Charlotte. I was never have been excited for Jade and anyone, let alone Jade and Charlotte Flair. Like what? Why is everyone? Can someone tell me why is everyone? Did Jade learn to wrestle like Charlotte Flair in the matter of months
like
just now, or
this is
like
what annoys me, how people are like, oh, Charlotte Flair and Jade is a big why is it a big deal?
why? She
Why?
can't wrestle.
Why?
Why? I don't get it. That part I don't get. So
That's
her
the
I think it has to do
that
interfering,
is the
gimmick wise because
ultimate
they're. I think it has to do gimmick wise. Like their gimmicks are kind of similar in a
the
way.
larger than life, their spectacles.
Yeah,
Like
their
I
yeah.
spectacles
get
and
it.
shit.
I get it, but to me it's a prime example of WWE's. This is WWE's creative. This is how they think. Don't believe what you're seeing, believe what
Yeah,
we tell you.
we'll tell
Don't
you. Yeah,
believe that it's a shitty match that you're watching. No, listen to us. It's a really great match.
right,
Like, no.
right.
But regardless, regardless, I think Tiffany Stratton is escaping our wrath a bit too much. Tiffany
Ooh.
Stratton has been slipping. Nah, bro, Tiffany Stratton has been fucking up for a long time. Her
Yeah.
matches are disjointed. They don't have a good flow. She sets up a lot of her spots too much. She's not a clean wrestler. She is in a lot of ways, she's male trick. She's a great athlete. She does athletic
Okay,
stuff,
yeah.
but she doesn't pull things off cleanly.
Well,
She doesn't. Like to me, one of the cleanest, if not the cleanest wrestler is Lyra. Everything Lyra does is clean. Even when she takes her opponent's moves. The way she took, perfect example, the way she took the Soul Snatcher. Like
perfect.
that
Yeah.
should be like everyone who has a match with her with Soul, this is how you do this. Tiffany Stratton is the exact opposite. She doesn't help her opponents with how she takes the moves. She doesn't, the moves themselves aren't clean. I don't know who she has chemistry with. Like, it's just, for me, it's just not good. And I think it was really, really on display yesterday. Because to me, it wasn't even Jade dragging down that match as much as it was Tiffany, honestly.
Mm.
And that's saying a lot.
Oh,
That's saying a lot. I think
What's a
Tiffany
Tiff?
Stratton has gone under the radar with her poor performances, honestly.
I agree with you. It was both of them. It wasn't so much just Jade because Jade's been a staple on this podcast, but like,
I mean, she was terrible
yeah,
too. Jade was terrible
but that's what I
too,
was
but
getting to. If you're gonna make a match like that on a stage like that, I mean, granted, it's not SummerSlam, but it's still Night of Champions, a pretty big PLE. A lot has happened. If you're gonna do that, form the match better where they both look good. Like, you know what I mean? Or like at least give Jade or Tiffany someone that can help them throughout the match. Like you got two people still building their wrestling portfolio, if you will, and they're like it's not
nah,
meshing.
it's
So that
not
was a
working.
big choice. That was a bad choice for me for a match on a
Yeah,
PLE. So
yeah, it was kind of slow. A lot of moves were telegraphed. A lot of the moves were sloppy. There was times I was like, okay, let's wrap this up.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And they
let's
gave it
wrap this
time.
up.
That's the thing. They gave it time. I'm like, what's going
Like,
on here?
like
Can you
you
end this
know,
match?
Like seriously, like this is just painful to watch. You know,
Rough.
like shenanigans happen, and I was like, thank God for the shenanigans.
Yeah,
Thank God for the shenanigans. Like, can the bloodline come out? Like
yeah,
Jesus,
right.
thank
What?
God. Woo!
Bite your tongue.
Like,
Charlotte came out like, please, Charlotte, save
Thank
this match.
God.
Like, yo, because
Yeah.
when you have a wrestler that's not that strong in the ring, you have to have another wrestler in
Yes.
the ring that's pretty strong in the ring. For
so,
example, they had Trick and Sammy. Trick is not that good of a wrestler, but
Sammy carried that whole match.
Sammy is a great wrestler. You can have two people that's sloppy in a match to carry, then you give them time. Oh
And then
my
it's
God!
like, all right, guys, time to step it up. Motherfucker, no. How
No,
about you give me somebody like, no, I'm not stepping up now. I can't do it.
yeah, like, step it
Jesus.
up. No, I'm not good. What do you mean?
I'm not good. What are you talking about?
Like
Step it up. I'm not good
Step.
I
at
This
it.
thought
is
I
me
was
stepping
stepping
up.
it up.
This is
I thought I
it. Like,
was. This is it. This is my final. This is my final level. This is
this is
my
my
final
final
level.
form. I'm really
Yeah.
Ah,
trying
What the
here.
hell? What are you talking about?
terrible.
This
But
is what we're
yeah.
fucking paying for.
So Tiffany won. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't
But
care.
yeah.
Whatever.
Jade has lost clean from 3 straight PLEs,
Good.
but it's a big deal. Her and Charlotte. Why? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Ah, yeah.
Moving on.
Anyway, moving on to what I agree, McKendy. This match was maybe one or two elements away from being match of the night. The triple threat Cody Rhodes versus Sammy and
Woo.
Gunther with the out of left field result of Sammy winning. Although 2020, hindsight being 2020, I think there's definitely a case to be made that they were kind of telegraphing this Sammy win. But
Uh,
regardless, I thought it was an awesome match.
I thought it was a great match. Sammy kind of foreshadowed it on SmackDown. He had that segment with was it Gargano when he was looked up and he was like, "I'm gonna win the WWE."
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, that's when I was like, oh, okay. I'm not gonna say he's gonna win, but oh, you know what I
It
mean? Like,
added a
so it's
layer of
like,
intrigue to
yeah,
it.
I was
Yeah,
like, wait, what does that mean, WWE? Y'all be subtle, but then y'all be not subtle sometimes. So it's like,
yeah.
so,
I honest.
but the match itself, I thought it was amazing. Like,
Mhm.
I thought it was a great match. Those three they put on a display. It was awesome.
Yeah, there was a lot of spots that I really liked in the match. But I tell you the truth, the only indication, like I didn't know Sammy was gonna win. The only indication that made me think, or in hindsight, that like, oh yeah, it made sense now Sammy won because there was in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
Yep,
Saudi
yep,
Arabia.
Riyadh.
Like Sammy's Muslim and stuff like that. So he's kind of winning. And so like if you
Hold on,
wanna,
hold on, hold on. There is one spot that pissed me off. I'm so hold on. I just thought of it now. When was Cody ever strong enough to do a double fucking Cody cutter? How are you
Oh,
spinning both people at the
yeah,
same
the Cody
time?
Cutter and the sleeper
This
hold.
is yeah. I was like,
Yo,
stop.
the wrestling
When were
logic of moves like that bother me because it's like, all right, guys, let's just stay here while this guy does this move to both of us. Nobody
there's
move.
no way. There's
Nobody
no
move.
way they're actually locked into each other that hard. Like you're
yo,
gonna move both of them. That part, I was like, damn it, WWE. Whose idea was this? Who let this slip in there?
No,
But
stay there,
I don't
stay
know.
there. We'll do the
They
crossroads
could have
on
thought
you.
of it
Don't
in the
move.
match. They could have thought of it in the match. Just do this real quick, you
Like, all
know.
right.
and it
Meanwhile,
didn't make it
you're
didn't
down there like, yo, this is taking a long time, bro.
scientifically, I think it made even less sense because if that was gonna work, you would if
It's like,
Cody should be holding Gunther and then Sammy, but he
Yeah.
was holding Sammy and big ass Gunther at the end of it. I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
Sammy should have been
Anyway,
split in half like a fucking Twizzler or some shit.
yes.
Oh man.
And what's
Anyway,
that final
sorry.
move that Cody does? The Cody, not the Cody cutter. The
Let's not even.
What, the kick?
not the kick.
No, not the disaster kick.
The
The crossroads.
crossroads.
Yeah,
Like Sammy completely fucked up that move. He
bro.
tried to do the crossroads. He clearly fucked up the move. But
Yeah.
besides that,
Besides that, my fault. I mean, but we had
what
said
the hell
nothing.
was that, Sammy? But
Yeah,
whatever. But
yeah.
whatever. But there was a bunch of spots that I really liked that move. Though that table match when Cody flipped over Sammy and he fell through the other table,
Yeah.
Oh
and then
yeah, yeah. That was
and
crazy.
and then and then he tried to the ring general tried to put Cody through the table again. He wouldn't go. He said, "Okay, so we got to do it a
Go
second
again, second
time."
time. Yeah.
Boom! I'm like,
I'm like,
yo.
oh shit.
And then the reversal that Sammy did
The
on Gunther,
Sammy reserve, that was crazy.
yo, that
Bro.
reversal
Bro,
was so quick.
it
I
was
was so
insane
quick.
how
It was
fast he did it.
insane.
I have
But
never seen that is one of the smoothest,
Yeah.
fastest, like
that was
that
so
shit
clean.
was
Ugh.
like
That
damn,
might
that
have been
is
the reason. That might
perfect.
have been the reason they gave him the
That is
belt.
perfect.
He
Yeah,
did that in
yo,
Triple H. Triple H now. Give him the belt. Give him the belt. Give him the belt.
dude.
right now.
Dude, that was so clean, it cleaned my shirt. Like, seriously, that's how clean. I had a stain on my shirt. He did that move, that shit was gone.
Kenny's like this. What the
This
fuck?
shirt is
That
white.
shit was gone.
Sammy,
Yo,
Sammy, you
son.
just used
But
Tide?
the thing that made me say this wasn't the match of the night, it was the finish. Was the finish. I didn't like the finish because the finish was just basically a roll up.
It
One, two,
felt
three. I'm
very
like,
Yeah,
yo, what
yeah.
the
abrupt.
hell?
It
Yeah.
felt very abrupt. It felt
Yeah.
very
It was
abrupt.
just a roll up. He didn't even lose to a finisher. It was just a roll up. I was like, come
Yeah.
on, Cody. You just went through a fucking table. And that's the thing that beats you? Like,
Yeah,
what the
rolled
hell?
It's the roll up.
What the
At least
hell?
make it
But
a
it was
small package roll up where you're like, I
It
can't get out.
was inside cradle. Inside
Yeah,
cradle.
inside
Oh, no,
cradle.
it's the small package.
but the match was nail biting, bro. The match was nail
No,
biting.
it
He had
was.
like
It
so much
was.
near falls.
It
I'm
was.
like, I can't take this.
The last few sequences were just like, it was like, if you notice, it was like everyone pinned everyone at a point. That scared the hell out of me. Something
That
just, yeah.
to me, that was like, there are a lot of wrestlers who they get through their matches. They do like a lot of athletic shit, like Mello. Mello's a great wrestler, but he also has athletic shit that he does.
Yeah, yeah.
This match was like three veteran guys.
Yeah.
And like none of them, well, I mean, Sammy does, but none of them for the most part has like this incredibly deep like moveset. It's just that what they do is so convincing. They
Yep.
make it look so
They
good.
make it look
Like this,
so good.
this was what that was. Like it was
Yeah.
just it was convincing. The way Gunther wrestlers is really convincing. The way Sammy plays off both of their styles, it was just really, really, the chemistry was great. It was a great match. It was a great match, but I agree. The roll up, it felt
It felt
very
cheap.
abrupt.
Yeah,
Very
so
abrupt.
Felt cheap.
that's it. That's the
That's
whole
it?
thing that pins you. And the other
Like,
thing, it doesn't
if
have to do with the match, but damn, man, you guys kind of like buried Gunther a little bit. Like all
that's
that work that you put on Gunther, beating all those legends and everything. And first of all, Cody beat you twice. And now
because
you
he
got
beat
this
him at
triple threat, and Sammy wins. Like, yo, what are you guys doing with Gunther now? What
Yeah,
are you
no,
doing
man.
with Gunther now?
That's I
No,
agree
man.
that's kind of the like fallout from this is like, all right, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Gunther?
All right, like what does Gunther do now? He's gonna beef with Nick Aldis
Yes.
now?
Well, apparently,
That's because Nick
he
Aldis
choked
was
him
the
up
man
like 3
back then.
times, bro.
Which
He
not for
choked him
nothing,
up.
because I used to be a big fan of Nick Aldis when he was Magnus in TNA.
Wow.
And he was he was fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
He was fucking awesome. If he could still go, if he could still wrestle, okay. All right, then I'll be like, all right, that'll be entertaining.
Nick Aldis is
But
not a
it
small
just-
dude. Nick Aldis is
That's a big dude. That nigga
No,
jacked.
Nick Aldis
Big
is
dude.
jacked.
No,
He's jacked.
yeah. It's just and regardless of the quality though, it's a notch down. It's
It
a
is.
notch down. Like
It
that's
is.
not a main event thing. Gunther to me is a
Mhm.
main event or near main event guy. So I think it puts you in a weird place with him. Like, all right, well, what the fuck? What the
Yeah.
fuck? But I think with Sammy as champion, there's some interesting things that can be done.
He ain't gonna hold his title
Um,
long.
What's that? No, I don't think so.
Well,
But there is. I
He
think
might
it's
lose
gonna
it at
be.
Raw.
I think
He might
Oh.
no,
lose
no.
it
I
on
actually
SmackDown.
think no, no. I
Oh.
think it's gonna be at like a Saturday night's main event because there's a Saturday night's main event between now and I think SummerSlam or whatever. I could see him losing it at Saturday night's main
Son,
event.
why?
I
There's
definitely
Why
already
would you let him hold it? You got the perfect positioning for the three of us to finally get what we've been talking about for such a long time. KO coming back, and
yeah,
Sammy
that
got
would
that
be.
title. He could either come back face or and not face he could come back and Sammy's not alone anymore. And these two guys that thought they were getting screwed for the past 2 years, the last two good guys, bro,
Yeah,
they could have with those two, they could have a pretty deep storyline.
they
Dude, Sammy
really,
is not
really could.
alone. Sammy is bloodline. People forget about that.
Not
Sammy
this
is
version, bro.
bloodline. All he
Not this
gotta
I
do,
version.
don't
Not
know,
this
all he
bro.
version.
gotta do is make a
Not
call
not this version,
because
bro.
they're not heels. Technically, bloodline is not heels. All
I was
Sammy
gonna
gotta do is make a call. Yo, Roman, I got the gold.
Well,
Come be my
listen,
tribal chief.
listen,
Bro.
listen. They don't have Roman has one of the titles, right? Now the Bloodline doesn't have the other world title, but by association, they have, at least storyline wise, they've got a connection to
they
this
do.
world title. I don't know how much they're gonna play on it. Something tells me, makes me feel like Sammy and the Bloodline, if they were to do something now, they play a lot nicer than we think. I don't know. I'm not convinced that Sammy would be against them necessarily. I don't
Sammy's
know
not
that he
against
would.
them.
And I don't know that the Bloodline, I don't think the Bloodline would necessarily be against him either. I think they would look at it like, yo,
Good
you know
job.
what? You know what? Okay, we might not have that belt, but we have that belt. Like
Yeah.
Sammy, we can put
Sammy's
Sammy in our
bloodline.
back pocket, you know?
I don't know.
I
Sammy's
don't know, man.
bloodline. To me, Sammy is bloodline. You know, if they want to play it that like that, as Sammy's bloodline, they could do that.
Of course
Maybe
they
because
could.
they won't do. Maybe they won't
But
do that because they're in Sammy's on SmackDown
so
and the
what's
rest of
the
the bloodlines on Raw. But they could definitely do that if they want to play that role.
So
The
But
only
what's the nuance? The nuance is that's a face bloodline, and whether we want to accept it or not, this is a heel Sammy. He's being booed, and he was going against Cody Rhodes. So like, how that would work? You know what I mean? So it's like,
I look
okay,
at it, I also look at it like when you're in the bloodline, like they make it a point, it's always a thing. Like, welcome to the blood. There's like a ceremony and shit. Like, if Sammy's really in the bloodline, I feel like they would have done something. I think it makes more sense for them to just have an alliance, in a sense, like an
mm,
uneasy alliance. Without me saying like he's directly bloodline. Like, I know this is a different promotion, but like MJF has been chilling with the Don Callis family for like a month. He's
yeah.
been in matches with them and they've been helping each other out. Like, I could see it being something like that where they're aligned. But regardless, I think that's kind of splitting hairs because if they're aligned or he's in the bloodline, either way, they're together. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Either
think
way,
they're
they're helping each
aligned.
other.
I think he's bloodline. But the point, but I don't want to talk about that. I don't think I don't think he's gonna have the title long enough to even play that because there's a rumor
I know.
going
Yep,
on saying
I
that
know.
Sammy might on Saturday Night Main Event he might go up against Brock Lesnar,
Which would be insane.
which will be insane, and he's
Huh.
gonna lose to Brock Lesnar. That will
Absolutely.
make Brock Lesnar champion, and then Oba can face Brock Lesnar for the championship at SummerSlam.
So
So
that's saying that
so
Oba.
that's how Oba wins the
So that's
championship.
saying that you're saying somewhere between Saturday night main event, tomorrow night, and the next couple of SmackDowns, Oba's gonna announce that he chooses Sami Zayn because he never
Not that
announced who he
he doesn't,
chooses yet.
He never announced who he's
but
gonna choose.
he doesn't have to choose Sami Zayn. He can pick that title.
That's what I
He could
mean,
say
though.
I want. He could say I want to challenge for The title.
Well, for this,
Let's say
that's
is
what
it the undisputed? He could say, "I want to
Yeah.
challenge for the undisputed title." That way, if Brock takes it off him at Saturday night's main event, he's still challenging for the undisputed title because
Yeah.
Brock has it.
Or
So I don't think he doesn't
No,
necessarily need to come out
I
and say
think
Sammy.
I more meant that, and what I mean by that is like the lead up to that. Now we haven't heard a thing from Brock. So if he does choose that title, that means that's what I'm saying. Between now and Night of Champions, Brock's gonna have to show up on one of these shows.
Yeah.
And do something. They're gonna have to do something to make it that
And
he,
Saturday night's
or
that
maybe
said,
night's
yeah,
main
exactly.
event isn't. It's not even 3 weeks.
Nah, it's like in
20
2
days
weeks,
from
bro.
now.
It's like 20
So if
days,
they
bro.
do
So
that,
they would
they
have
need,
to
like
do a
Brock needs to
lot
come back. His motherfucker
tomorrow
needs to come
night.
back like now.
Yeah, tomorrow
Like now.
on Raw.
even
He needs to come
before
out.
even before he makes the decision, like they could say, okay, at the end of the night, Obafemi's gonna come out and make a decision. Before he even opens his mouth, or before he even gets to the ring, Brock Lesnar attacks him, messes him up, right? Doesn't even have him a chance to get a chance to make his pick, right? Saturday night main event comes around. He beats Sammy, and then Oba makes his pick. He said, "You know what? I pick Brock."
So you're
There you
saying
go.
Brock comes out, beats the hell out of Oba to the point
Before Oba makes
where
his
like,
decision. Before Oba
and so no one ever
announces
gets to
decision.
hear his actual decision.
Exactly.
Okay, okay,
You could
that's
do
one way they
that.
could do it. But
You
then
could do
again, you still
that.
gotta wait. Like
You gotta wait weeks and weeks and
it's the
weeks.
wait because
You said
main
it's 2
event.
weeks. You said the Saturday main event is only 2 weeks
Three.
away.
3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, about 2.5 weeks.
You know,
I could see that
but
too. Everyone,
yeah,
that's the rumor online. That's where they're going with it. Everyone's
because if
saying
they,
Brock is going to take that title off of Sammy.
Yeah,
So
I think Sammy 100% is a transitional
yeah,
yes,
champion. 100%.
because
That
because
belt
that
is on
way,
him because they want to be able later on to be able, former world champion. That's automatic credibility when he puts somebody over. And
yeah.
it's not as much of a shock to people or whatever. If Brock beats Cody or Brock beats Gunther, people will have a bit more of an issue with it. Him beating Sammy, and then people understanding, okay, if he beats Sammy, we see where this is going. It makes it an easier pill for people to swallow.
and if they do this, everybody gets what they want. They get Brock versus Oba, and they've been trying to do this Seth versus Roman for a while now, so they can actually do that now. Seth can just go on Raw and say, "Yo, I challenge Roman Reigns." And you know Roman's gonna say, "Hell yeah, I've been waiting for this match for a while now. Let's go."
Or they might
Let's go.
or they might do what you guys we mentioned it last week. They might actually do Seth and Fatu before Roman, like Seth sends Fatu.
The thing that I want, I just want an old school like they did this with Batista when Batista turned against Triple H and all of them. He worked his way up. Orton, Flair, Triple H. Like I want to see Oba do something like that. I'd love to see a huge match like Oba versus Jacob Fatu at Royal Rumble. Because Roman, you keep Roman. Roman will probably go over Seth. Roman knows that Oba is coming for him. So he's going to try, like I would just put it as him just, okay, I got to impede this man as much as I can. Send everybody fucking the bloodline against Oba. Oba will destroy all of them. You have a big match with Oba and Jacob Fatu at like Royal Rumble or Limited Chase, something like that. And then it's like, all right, motherfucker, there is no one left. It's me and you, WrestleMania. And I think that would be a good way that they could keep them separate for all of this time. Because Roman did say, I'll see you in the summer. That don't mean they got to have a match. That does not mean they got to have a match. He could just say some shit to Oba. He was like, yeah, bro, you came close. But, this title's still mine. Maybe somewhere down the road, we'll see what's up.
We're wilding, bro. We acting like WWE can't take that title off of Sammy this Friday on SmackDown.
Yeah, they could.
We're wilding, bro. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. They're going to take that shit from him right on Friday. Then you have all the time in the world you want. At least he had the belt. So
that's true. If they take it off him sooner than everything I said, like
take it off him Friday. Fuck it. Yeah, like fuck it.
My point is moot completely. Yeah,
Oh,
But
yeah, so
that
that
could
was
do it.
Night of Champions.
that was not a championship, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good pay-per-view.
Nah, I liked it.
It was
It was
pretty
good.
good.
Pretty good WWE.
I'm very proud of WWE for not, for resisting the urge,
To fuck it up.
for multiple fucked up finishes.
Oh
But
yeah.
for the most part, I think
Ooh.
the right people went over considering, who was involved. But yeah. So yeah, like and subscribe, guys. Comment below. Let us know what you think, whether you agree, disagree, all that good shit. And yeah, until next time, that's the show, and we'll see you. Like and subscribe
Peace.
now.
Peace in the
Now.
middle. Now.
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 Now.